If you're looking for information on SEO for dermatologists from someone that's actually worked with dermatologists for a few years now, you found the video you were looking for. My name is Frank. I'm the founder of SagaPixel, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the tactics and approaches that we've taken to doing SEO for dermatologists in markets like New York City, where we've seen results like this. To start off, let's discuss what is SEO. SEO really has three parts to it. The first part is commonly referred to as technical SEO, which is basically the practice of ensuring that Google can optimally crawl and index your website while structuring the website in a way that's going to pass page rank over to the most important parts of your website, which in the case of a dermatologist is usually going to be your procedure and condition pages. The second part of SEO is maximizing the relevance of the content on your website to the searches people are performing. This means that if you want to get in front of people that are looking for mole removal NYC, like you just saw in the screenshot earlier, you need to have a page that's optimized around mole removal NYC. Getting a general procedures or conditions page to rank for a query like that is going to be a fool's errand, because your competitors are going to have dedicated pages that are simply going to be more relevant to mole removal plus whatever city where you are located than your general page that talks about everything that you do. Another aspect of this is also going to be your blog. Having a Botox cost article would increase the likelihood of you showing up for those kinds of queries in the market that you serve. Same goes for a query like, how much does acne scar treatment cost? The third part of SEO is maximizing the trustworthiness and authority of your website. This is mostly done through earning links from other websites. There's a bunch of different methods out there for acquiring links, and it also involves the quality of the content on your website. Having any sort of medically or scientific inaccurate content on your website is definitely detrimental to your search rank. As you can see in this website, the Food Babe has had her traffic decimated basically with every core algorithm update. Google is actively training its models to identify medical quackery on the web, and the Food Babe has been suffering every time they get better at it. In other words, if you have any sort of content that could be considered as not agreeing with medical consensus, you need to tread lightly. Given that you're researching this topic in the first place, you probably don't need to be told about the importance of SEO, but I'm going to talk about it real briefly. Aside from referral sources, SEO over time, if you're ranking highly on Google, will be your cheapest patient acquisition channel. Over time, Google Ads will, on a per patient basis, cost many orders higher than SEO ever will. Same thing goes for paid social media. In addition, your online presence can help to convey trust for your practice. We're in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and if I do Dermatologist Cherry Hill, I can see Nova Dermatology that has a keyword stuffed Google business profile. I really don't recommend that you do this. You also have others like Penn Dermatology, Certified Dermatology that don't have the review counts that Nova does. There are going to be lots of cases where the click ends up going to that practice and not the others, despite the fact that one of them is quite literally from University of Pennsylvania. Which leads me to my next point. SEO for a dermatologist starts with your Google business profile. You need to claim your Google business profile. You need to make sure that you've filled out the entire profile. You've added pictures. In this case, you have a picture of the doctor. They have some pictures of the inside, a picture of the sign outside, which would help someone on their way to actually go to the office. I highly recommend that you steer clear of the stock photography with the people getting needles in their faces. In this case, it looks like they may have even photoshopped in the needle. Just stay away from this sort of stuff. But do have good pictures of the dermatologist at your practice. I would even go as far as hiring a real estate photographer to come out for a couple $100s, take some really nice pictures of your office. People are going to draw conclusions about your practice based on the pictures that you put on your Google business profile. It's going to be the first impression that they have of you even before they even see your website. Don't cheap out here. As I mentioned previously, make sure that you are getting reviews. They will not only impact whether people click on your listing in the results, but it will actually also impact your actual search rank. If people use the word dermatologist or acne scar treatment or Botox, it will increase the likelihood of you showing up in the map results when someone does a search like Botox Cherry Hill, acne scar treatment Cherry Hill, so forth and so on. There are a couple methods that you can use to acquire more links, including a QR code in your waiting room and asking your patients if they wouldn't mind leaving a review while they're waiting, sending up a follow-up email that includes a link where they can leave a review for your practice. Whatever you need to do to get more reviews for your practice, I highly recommend that you do it. I'd also like to add that you shouldn't focus solely on your Google business profile. In the case of this practice, they already have almost 200 reviews on their GBP and the next best has 20 something, adding another 40 reviews is not going to do anything to help them. And their Google business profile is not the only place where people are looking at their reviews. For example, if I even start typing Nova Derma, the first auto suggest is actually Nova Dermatology reviews. Let's see what other websites people are checking reviews on. Here we have a Facebook profile, this trust index. I can see that their SEO company has tried to build a page to rank for reviews for them. But let's be honest, nobody really trusts the reviews that you cherry picked and put on your own website. They would be best served by encouraging their patients to leave reviews on third-party websites that people are going to trust, and doing so on a number of different platforms. Just don't spread yourself thin. You should probably have time periods in which you focus on each one of the websites, be it your health grades or your real self or your Facebook page, but definitely start with your Google business profile. Once you're done with your Google business profile, it's all set up, you have a review acquisition strategy in place. Now it's time to start working on your actual website. Now, this is not a comprehensive tutorial on technical SEO, but there are a couple things that you can make sure that you get right. A dermatologist needs to have pages for the procedures that you perform, as well as the conditions that you treat. People will Google acne scar subcision Philadelphia. They will also Google things like Dermatologist for acne Philadelphia. You need to have pages that are optimized for both. Now, if you serve a service area, like for example, this dermatologist in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, they would benefit from having pages that are targeting all the surrounding towns. There's no reason why someone wouldn't drive in from Voorhees or Mapleshade or another town that borders Cherry Hill. And there's nothing keeping her from putting up a Dermatologist Haddonfield, Dermatologist Mapleshade page. The key is to get the internal linking of all these pages right. Typically, the way that we structure these pages is domain.com/cosmetic procedures/lipoma removal. And if we were to ever create a page for lipoma removal targeting a neighboring town, we would then add a / next town. As you're adding each one of these pages, it's critical to make sure that you're including breadcrumbs that link up a level to the parent page so that you have a nice internal linking structure through breadcrumbs that's automated, that will link all of the child pages back up to the parent pages, which in turn link back down to the child pages. How you're going to distribute PageRank throughout your practice's website is a critical step in technical SEO, which brings us to the topic of your procedure pages. We've already determined that you need to have dedicated pages for each one of the conditions that you treat and the procedures that you perform, any treatments that you offer. You want to make sure that as you are creating each one of these pages that you have performed good entity optimization. In other words, that you've covered all the subtopics that you need to cover for a page like acne scar subcision. We have a video that talks about this whole practice in general. It's not specific to dermatologists, but I'm going to link to it in the video description below. I encourage you to check that video out after you're done with this one. Finally, the last step, the third part of SEO, is getting links. Now, my preferred way, if you have the budget, is hire a publicist. If they can get you into Men's Health Magazine, Allure, or any other type of website or magazine that is related to what you do, it's going to help your practice tremendously. The key here is just that they actually include links over to your website. I would also recommend that on your website you include a little section featured in. That social proof will really increase the likelihood of someone reaching out to you. If that's not in your budget though, we have a link building team here. There are a lot of different methods that we can employ to actively get links to your website. And even if you do go the route of hiring a publicist, there are ways that you can acquire links passively to your website. For example, I'm looking here at the query that AutoSuggest gave me because people are Googling this. Does everyone get Botox now? The top result is from a facial plastic surgeon in Florida, and he has passively acquired 16 links from 14 different websites. Statistics, definitions, reference content in general, anything newsworthy that you do, these can often result in your website passively earning links over time. This is an uncommon skill set. Not too many SEOs know how to do this. Overall, I hope that this video was helpful and informative. If it was, please consider giving it a like. I also recommend that you check out our other videos on our channel. By the time you see this, we very well may have an entire playlist just about digital marketing for dermatologists. So it's been created. It will be linked in the description below.